Well, hello ladies and gentlemen, my name's Ian and welcome to my shed. And if you've watched to the end of the last video, there's a little bit of nature watching. I'll give you the answer somewhere within this video. So you can't skip to the end and get the answer. It'll be somewhere in the middle or towards the end or even in the next few minutes. Crafty like a fox. Up here for dancing. Right, anyway. I had the saga of the Singer sewing machine. And I could have made my life a lot easier if I could have used my pillar drill. I had the Knackler's workshop visit the shed. And I could see the horror. Yeah, there's no other word for it. The horror upon his face. Like, oh my God, Ian. Just pull your finger out. So, you couldn't hide it, Paul. You couldn't hide it. I saw straight. I saw it in your eyes. I looked into your soul. So anyway, that's what I've been doing. I hadn't been doing that drain the other night. I could have probably done this. However, I've started. What am I talking about? What I'm talking about is a little bit of reorganization in the workshop. Well, you're not. Your eyes are not disbelieving you. This is it. This is it. And I can get at the pillar drill. And I dug me cross vise out, and if I'd have been able to access that when I wanted to do that little slot in that bracket I made, I could have easily have stuck a milling bit in the chuck. I know the bearings are not designed for lateral movement, but yeah, it was only that big, wasn't it, either side. Anyway, my next thing to do is to tattle that. Come on, let's be honest. I don't need all them. No. I found out that I got this set of bits, okay, which I hang up there, which literally covers everything I ever need. So I'm going to stick you on that and show you a bit of a nasty job that I need to do. Got to stick the fan on because I knew, if we look down here, focus, the whole thing is just going to be full of I've dirtied my bench. I've dirtied my bench. There'll be a lot more of that before I've finished. So sit back and enjoy. Well, it'll be a bit boring really, but not for me. I'll be finding things that I'd forgotten that I had. Well, that is probably the best angle you're gonna get. Okay. How do you eat an elephant? That's easy. One biteful at a time. But where do I start? With a drink, of course. Oh, come on, it's got to be dusty work. Give me a break. Right, I'm going to stick you on time-lapse because otherwise it's going to be noisy and it's going to be boring. It's all just got to come off like that. Time-lapse. Well, that didn't take long at all, did it? I can tell you it didn't take long because I've still got my drink. Right, I'm going to go the whole... I'll get all that. Well, that's all got to be hoovered, vacuumed. Hope hoovered is a generic term, isn't it? Well, it's gone into the lexicon of the English. Hoover was an American. It's gone into the lexicon of the dictionary. American or English, it doesn't matter, does it? American is only kind of a D-based English. Anyway, so I can see there's things stuck down the back. A scribe will do. What's that? Oh, that was a knife. Right, so I may take the decision to take the whole log, and if I remember correctly, it's focus under there. Slotted head screws. You're having a giraffe. Right. That mustn't mean I put that up a long time ago. So I'm actually going to take that shelf off so I can clean it proper. I'm tempted. Where I used to work, we use these flap discs a lot, and they only ever use the corners and then they throw them away. Well, I collect them. Likewise with the cutting discs, they use them not to the fullest. I think that's a full one. And then they throw them away. So I may take all that down, devise some drawer system to put those in, and utilise that space for tool storage, for even more Hummers. Yes, you heard right, Hummer. There's no H in Hummer, it's Hummer. Okay folks, I need to do something with that. I'm not going to bore you with that. I'll just get into it. Okay, I've changed my mind. I've decided to show you a little bit of what I'm doing. I've got this tub. Anything that's got a blade on it is going in that. Any sort of small screwdriver is going in that. Now I've got this copper left over from a job, but I did send some to Scrapman Dan, who made a copper bracelet for Ali Mechanical. So I kept a couple of those back because you never know, in the future I might have a go myself. Here I'm making a kind of like a chisel prying section, welding section, bits I don't know what of, spanner type of things, file types of things, grinding types of things, engineering machinist types of things, opening and closing types of things, which would include, you know, things like that. That's got a blade on, so that will go in there. That's definitely engineering type, that will go there. Opening and closing. All I'm doing here is knocking the magnetic thingy bits off, which are a pain. Opening and closing, but got blades on. Decisions can go in there. Kind of measurements. Right, I will carry on doing that. Oh, and then this tub here, I put anything really that's got a handle on it. I did come across this one. I think that's called a cabinet maker's screwdriver, but I do know that was my father's. Right, he died when I was 18, but I've still got it. And this one, you can't see it because I cleaned it up a bit, but I was given this because a dog had chewed it. They did actually put a grinder on and get all the chew marks off it. However, and this, I don't even know what this is. You're going to say, well, it's an air blower, but why is the connection on top? Where does the air go in? So, and it's, well, I do have a section for air blower things. Go on there. I'm cracking on. That didn't take as long as I thought it would. Come across things like that was given to me by Huey Lyons Art. There's other things that I've been given. That was given to me by the backyard welder, backstreet welder, who's now known as the Wittering Trucker. That was given to me by my good friend Guido Wandelt, all handmade. Things have the place, for example, this pencil, it came all the way from Jamaica. I'm afraid the eyes have fell off. My daughter brought me that back, but up top there I have holes where I stick all my pencils. So if ever wants a pencil, they're up there in the roof. And I've come across this. How old is this? It looks like it's got markings on, but I don't think they are. I'd say that's homemade and old as well. So that's a hacksaw, but it looks like it's made to take broken bits of hacksaws. Anyway, I've got that. Right, all what's left to do now is to take that shelf down, focus, and it's like one of them bridges, isn't it? You know, a bridge of love. Ian's shelf of love. It's obviously locked. I don't have a key. I do have a key. Oh look, it's got a guard on. That should please a few people. Cracking on. What's that? Gee, God, I thought it was a spider then. Nearly shit myself. Look at me tiny bench. Bloody flathead screws. They're being replaced with posi drives if it goes back. See, my dad's screwdriver did. Look at that face! Look at that face! my dad's screwdriver did come in handy in the end. I won't be allowed in the house, me. You know, folks, I might not even. What's this? Punch with magnetic bits on the end. There we go. You can either demagnetise things or you can knock the magnetic bits off. They don't like being, they don't like that. Just make it a little bit quieter. Right. Let's go off. I'm telling you what, I'm telling you now, no wonder they stopped using slotted head screws. They're a pain in the backside. Right, I'll clean that up. Will I put it back? I might not, to be honest. It's just a shelf that holds crap. So let's do some tidying up. I'm telling you now, there's only one place for these slotted screws, and that's in the shred. Get me brush out. Hey, but hey, what did we actually have hiding in the focus? That's a little bit of metal. That's a bit of brass. We've got a spanner there. Probably a 2 or 3 BA spanner. I think I saw something else there. We've got a blade. Some more brass. In fact, there's quite a few things, quite a few bits and pieces in here. Time to get my demagnetizer out, isn't it, Paul? Works just as well, you know, if you bang them off. I tell you what though, it was well worth doing. Look at that, what was hiding on that shelf. Right, that's made my mind up. There's no shelf going back. I think I'll probably line it with a piece of sheet steel, and then if needed I can put a magnetic strip on and whatever tools I need, hang that. I'm not sure yet. All I know is I need an empty bench for the next step. Well folks, I've got to say that's took some doing, you know, and it's time to have a beer. Now this is called a Birra Mappaelli. It's a fake beer Moretti with the Cruiser Mac puck, lid taker offerer. Just makes life easy. I'm going to say, let me now show you the whole reason why I've done all this. But first of all, cheers. There's been a lot of dust in the I've had the fan on. I've done other cleaner things. Oh, that does make the dust go down. Okay, it's going to involve some grinding. So I made this a long time ago, and that's the grinder holder. Goes like that. I'm certainly going to be doing some welding, so courtesy of all handmade is my torch holder. If I'm going to need a third hand, then courtesy of was your sticker gone? There we go. The backyard welder. There's my third hand. What am I going to do? Well, I've been inspired by a video I've seen. I'm going to need a square. Well, I know it's not a big square, but it's not a big thing I'm making. I'm going to need some little rods. Okay. And I think if we there's somebody now watching me swearing in German, but yeah, he will be. He'll be going fucking often and saying, Ian, that we had this discussion the other day. So that doesn't mean anything in German. Right, I reckon I can make, you know, that's for a square, you know, throw it up a little bit like that. Right, let's get the torch out. Nope, we're not doing this half-hearted. What we need, we're going to need a little bit of precision. So I've got this bit of a depth gauge, so that certain pieces will be exactly in the right place. Sorry, okay, that was just a little bit of poke a little bit of fun at my mate Guido Wandelt from All Handmade, who's in the process of a series of videos where he made a fantastic piece of wall art. Many hours of work in it, craftsmanship in all the TIG welding, and I'm going to put a link in anyway in case none of you have seen it, but go over, have a look. It's well worth the watch, the meticulousness of it. However, I am going to do something. It ain't a big something, but it will mean something. It'll mean a lot to somebody. I have promised a little girl that I know who had a money box, a pig money box, and it was made out of china. She dropped it and broke it, and she was heartbroken. And I thought, I was asked, as you know, I can make, well, they look more like a chinchilla than they do a pig, but I said I would make her a money box that she couldn't break. So that's the whole reason for, it's not the whole reason, it's the impetuous I needed to sort my bench out, including my pillar drill, and maybe I can stay to that face, and maybe a little less scrapping and a bit more creativeness. Right. Whoa, you've made it all the way to the end, and I didn't tell you about the Incy Wincy spider. Okay, if you're watching this and you didn't watch the last video, there was a little clip where I came into the garage and a crane fly had got caught with one leg in a spider's web. And the spider came down, but the spider was about yay big. It was tiny. It was a tidgy thing. It was like, whoa, how am I going to eat this? And I said, what am I going to do here? Do I leave the fly to nature? Do I leave nature to do its own thing? But I was kind of like, wanted to put it into human perspective. I had many comments. The 50-50 really. Let the fly go. Crane fly. Let the spider do its bit. I hate crane flies, so let it eat it and, let it go. So, kind of put it into human terms. And the way I looked at it was only caught with one leg. So I thought, is it fair to lose your life because you just got caught with one leg when a tiny little bit of help will put you back onto the straight and narrow? And that's what was going through my head, when it was like, just tiny little bit of intervention and you can carry on with your life. I know it sounds a bit deep, but that was what was going through my head. So I did. I intervened and I released. I didn't pull its leg off, but I released it so that the crane fly could fly free. Do you know what it did? It flew free and then went straight back to where it had just come from and got caught with other legs. I'm like, okay, you get a second chance in life, they say. So I released it again. The little spider had buggered off altogether. So I released it again. And this time, the crane fly flew free. Flew free and then decided to go right back and up the further up, right into its spider's web and got well and truly entangled, at which point I said to myself, well, you know, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. So the spider got fed. I'm sorry, it's nature. That's what happened. I tried to intervene, but the stupid, brainless crane fly, you couldn't make it up, could you? Right, Ian in his shed. I'm going to go in now and I'm going to get shouted at for being so dirty. But hey, look at this. Hey, look at that. I don't care. That's progress. Ian in his shed. I'll see you all soon.